please consider supporting the show on Patreon. Thank you and enjoy the video.
Greetings, mere mortals, and welcome back to another Monster Month!
We'll be taking a look at some more monstrous toys and see how they relate to G.I. Joe.
Yeah, we ran out of actual G.I. Joe monster toys a while ago.
For today's review, we're going through time and space, all the way to the Doctor Who franchise. Doctor Who is a British science fiction TV series that... Wait, do I really need to explain what Doctor Who is? Okay, fine, not everyone can know all nerd stuff, so briefly. Doctor Who is a show that's existed for over 60 years and is about an alien calling himself the Doctor who can travel through time and space, getting up to shenanigans. What makes them unique is that when their body dies, it can regenerate into a new one. That means that whenever the main actor leaves the show, somebody else can take over. That's how it's been able to stick around for 6 decades.
There's a lot more you could say about Doctor Who, and I mean a lot more, but we'd be here all month, so let's move on.
On his travels through time and space, he goes up against enemies. Some great, some, not so great. And we'll be taking a look at one of them today. Why? Because they've got an action figure in the G.I. Joe scale.
Well, action figures, but we'll get to that later.
So meet a Weeping Angel. This figure was released in 2013 with all original parts. I think, I can't be sure. But let's not get into the toy just yet, as I want to tell you what the hell a Weeping Angel is. Well, they first appeared in the 2007 episode Blink. They look like statues and are only alive when nobody's looking at them. So that also means they can only move when nobody is observing them. And they're really fast. So if you're the only one looking and you blink, they get closer fast. They can only exist in a non-observed state because of quantum wibbly-wobbly something.
Look, I could get into it, but again, we'd be here all month.
Think of it like if Schrodinger's cat is actively trying to kill you if you don't open the box. Except it isn't like that because these aliens are fairly unique in that they don't kill their prey. They do something worse. When they touch you, they send you back in time and take the life force you would have left in the present time, but you get to live in the past unaffected. Still, you're gonna be stuck there.
No, even though the Doctor is a time traveler, even he can always get you out.
They were absolutely terrifying in their first episode. Then they got horribly overused and became rather silly to the point where it was revealed the Statue of Freaking Liberty was a Weeping Angel. Which isn't the dumbest thing ever in Doctor Who.
But it's up there.
That all brings us finally to this action figure.
Well, action figure.
Since it only has articulation at the head and shoulders, though that is a ball joint. Now yes, you could defend this by saying it's a statue so it doesn't need moving parts, but the whole point of the monster is that it can move when nobody's looking, and they do take on different poses. The worst part is that they're called Weeping Angels for a reason. They hide their face behind their hands as if they're crying. A pose this figure can't do. It can only put up its arms, and now what the hell is this pose? What I will defend is the color scheme. There's just gray and slightly darker gray, which does make sense for a statue, and it looks really good. This toy also has the most useless feature I've ever seen on an action figure.
But it's only useless for this particular one.
You see, it has a very wide base, so it's not gonna topple over. And yet, it has 2 holes for a figure stand. I mean, A for effort, but they really shouldn't have bothered. Overall, it's a pretty neat little thing. Shame about the lack of moving parts. Of course, its main appeal is that it's G.I.Joe sized, so you could use it as set design for a diorama or as an actual weeping angel to terrify the Joes and or Cobras. I'm not sure how they would deal with an enemy you literally can't take your eyes off, but it's fun to think about. The Blind Master would be totally screwed, though. Finally, I wonder how many parents bought this toy for their children, and then late at night when they were asleep, they'd quietly go into the child's room and slightly move the toy to freak their children out.
Until next time, mere mortals. And you should also always keep watching me.